Hey guys, Horror Man again. Just wanted to do a little quick tutorial about the NECA Action Figure stands. I don't know if everybody's actually tried these out yet, but they are fantastic. This is actually the second set that I'm working on. They retail for about $10, $9.99. I found them basically at any kind of specialty store, pretty much where you would find any NECA figures. And they just come in a simple pack, and like I said, you get 10 in each pack. I use them in my reviews for figures like Dante. He's a figure that has like the trench coat, and he has a lot going on, heavy weapons, and he kind of falls over a little bit. Now it's cool that he can lean on a trench coat, but for people that just want to have him in like more of an upright pose, you really do need these figure stands. But that's not all they're good for. The new Scarecrow from Arkham Knight is also a little bit challenged. Now he doesn't have a lot of accessories or heavy, like a coat that's blowing or anything, but he does have a leg that's crippled, and it's kind of meant to be that way from the game. So he really doesn't stand that good. At least you really can't get him in a lot of poses. So it works really good for him too. And if you wanted to, you could get him in like a walking pose or something like that, so it looks like he's kind of dragging a foot. But yeah, I mean, they really work good on any newer figure especially. But there is older figures that they work even better on. One of my favorite figures from back in the day is these original movie turtles. These were from The Secret of the Ooze, made by Playmates Toys, and they will not stand on their own. There's just nothing that can make it stand on its own. You can see his foot isn't even really on the ground quite right. That you really can't do too much on. It's just the way it was made. But this figure, just without this stand, will mainly just fall right over. It's really tough to get him to stand. But all you have to do is, even these older figures had one peg hole, or sometimes even two, and you could just put it right in this little peg, just like that. And there really isn't much effort, and here he is. He's right on that stand. So, besides him, I also have an old Nightmare Before Christmas werewolf. And this thing, he can stand okay on its own, but you really can't do too much, and he usually just tries to kind of fall over. So I've used it for him too, and he actually has two peg holes. And again, you could just kind of slip that right in the peg, like that, and there you go. Now you don't have to worry about him falling off your shelf. So even these like really old figures, it works so good with. Another one that I had a lot of problems with is Casey Jones. Now he has a bunch of weapons, and his feet really aren't in the best poses, so he actually stands pretty good on these too. Now I will say he's one of the weaker ones of the bunch as far as like using these stands, but you could see he definitely can be used with this stand. Now if you want to really get a better pose out of him, you can, but you can see how his foot kind of sits up. It's just the way these old figures were made. They just really didn't, I don't know, I guess they didn't consider them just sitting on a shelf. I guess they just worried more about kids playing with them. But nowadays they're kind of a collector's item, so if you really want to display them nice, I would highly recommend getting these new stands. And like I said, they're about $10 in any store that sells NECA products or specialty stores. And yeah, definitely pick these up. Very cool. And you get 10 per pack, so you should be good for a while after that. So anyway, thanks for watching my review, and definitely pick up some NECA figure stands. See ya.